Okay, gang, my name is Danny Drummond, and I want to talk to you about something I don't normally talk about. I don't really advertise the fact that I wear hearing aids. Some people know I do, probably a lot of people, but I don't talk about it, not discussed. And I want to talk about my Phonak Sphere Ultra 90 rechargeable hearing aids I got from Fit Hearing out of Nashville, Tennessee. I want to talk about these. I actually got my first set of hearing aids in 2019. I moved back from Texas and started a new job, and I was going to have to be seeing a lot of clients. I didn't want to have to be going around, saying, what was that you say? Pardon me. So I decided it was time to get some hearing aids. I went to Costco and got some, and the hearing aids I bought from them was branded as Costco hearing aids, but they were Phonaks. And they were the kind that you put batteries in all the time, and they were a little smaller than the ones that I have now. And but anyhow, they did the job. They worked, and they kept working. I mean, they've been good enough because this is 2026, and I bought them in 2019, so they lasted. But I will say I kind of thought they were kind of uncomfortable. And since I got these new hearing aids, the Phonak Spheres Ultra 90 or whatever they are. And like I say, before I forget, I got them from Fit Hearing in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll tell you more about them in a minute. They don't even know I'm making this video, so it's not like they gave me a better price, but I got a heck of a good price through them. So I kind of do want to tell you about them. So I will say one thing about these hearing aids. These are very comfortable. I would have never dreamed before of taking the old ones and getting up on Saturday morning, first thing to do, putting hearing aids. These are very comfortable. They work very well. They're much more expensive, higher quality, new technology, and they really do a great job as far as the hearing. You can go online if you're interested, and there are a lot of videos on the Phonak Sphere Ultra 90s. And they have a lower version. I think it's a 70. But Phonak's always made good hearing aids. But these, I do want to talk about them because I finally found some that I really like. And but I do want to go back just a little bit and explain something about when I got the hearing aids. Once again, I bought the things in 2019, and I really did not like wearing them all the time. They're uncomfortable, and they were smaller than these. These are a little bit bigger. I have them on right now, and the job I have right now, I can't go around looking too scraggly, but I do. These are a little bigger. These have rechargeable batteries in them. They have two AI chips inside them, not one but two. That's what they say makes them bigger, but they're a little bit bigger. I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to turn around, and I don't know if you're going to see these things behind my ears or not. I got my hair, nowadays when I get my hair cut, I get it cut down to my ears. And so I have to get it cut more often. But let's see if you can see them. I got to tell you, I don't know what you're going to see because I've never stood behind myself and looked before. But anyhow, when I got these hearing aids, I'd say I was really kind of apprehensive about them, and I got these for $3,000. And everywhere I've looked online, they're $4,000 to $5,000. That's kind of one reason I wanted to tell you about Fit Hearing. I think they're a smaller outfit, and there were a couple little glitches here. I'm going to tell you about that too. Everything didn't work perfectly. I went online, and they're prescription hearing aids, so you have to have a prescription, and I just didn't have time to take off and go to an audiologist to get a real fit hearing, whatever they call it, a real hearing, real ear, I think they call it, hearing test. And so I checked with, there are a couple other people who will do this too, and I checked with Fit Hearing, and they sent me something that was basically like an iPad and a nice headset. And that's how I was going to do my hearing test. All programmed in there. The problem is the program, it didn't work. And once I decide I want something, I'm kind of impatient. And so I talked with a lady down there, the lady in sales. Her name is Amy. She's a super nice lady and super helpful. So anyhow, I talked with her. We went over a couple of things. And so the other thing I did is I was going to Costco anyhow because I thought maybe I was going to buy some more hearing aids from them. And by the time I went to Costco for another hearing test, I knew by then I wasn't going to buy from them. But they did give me a copy of that, so I sent that to Fit Hearing to use, and that's what they use to set whatever they set in these things to to your particular prescription. And so I got them, and once again, I'm kind of an impatient person. Once I decide I want something, ironically, right here about the time I'm sending these back, and Amy said that oh no, let's backtrack just a little bit. So I finally got the hearing aids, and this is coming about the time that they have this super big snowstorm in Nashville, where Fit Hearing's from. And so there was something with these hearing aids. It just didn't seem to be working the way I wanted them to. And the great thing about it is you can go on their app, and I got with the people at Fit Hearing through a Phonak app to make some adjustments. They don't have to do it in person, and that's really cool. And then so a lady, I think her name was Hannah, very nice lady. And the one thing I will say about the app, and it's not their fault, even though it's a super great app, I really had a hard time hearing her say anything. I could see her. It's kind of like a Teams call. I had a problem with that, but she was able to do things. But even after that, these things just weren't working the way I wanted them to, because if you're going to spend $3,000 or more for hearing aids, you want them to work. You know, the high-tech stuff. All these super things it tells you about it, they do. You want it all to work. So I talked back to Amy again, and she said, listen, let's stop messing with this, because there's a long time warranty and guarantee on these. And then after that, there's a long time they're going to, if they don't want any adjustments and everything for a long time. But anyhow, she says, I tell you what, let's not mess with it anymore. I'm going to order you some new hearing aids from Phonak, and we'll have them adjusted, and I'm going to send them to you. You keep those until then. And so once again, all this big snowstorm going on, and I'm kind of impatient, and I'm looking for them, but it's incredible how fast they got them to me. And I thought to myself, come on, this is Nashville. You're not going to shut down a whole city, Come on, let's get these things to me. And Amy, and there's another guy worked in there. I was probably impatient with him. His name's Justin. And so anyhow, the next thing I know, they get me my new hearing aids. And by the way, this is a few days later, and I can turn on the radio, and I'm still hearing about the weather in Nashville. Nashville is snowed in, the whole city, everything around the surrounding areas. And so I'm kind of feeling bad about being so impatient, but, it is what it is. So they sent me the new hearing aids along with the box and everything to where there's no charge sending them back. And so these new ones have been perfect. I haven't even called down there to have any adjustments made, and they are super good. And once again, they're very comfortable too. I never dreamed, I really kind of, the other hearing aids, when I didn't have to have them for work, when I was done, I'd pull them out even if I couldn't hear very well. But these, it's amazing. I'll get up on the weekend, and first thing I do is put them in so I can hear my wife, Carol, and the TV and everything else. So I really do like these. So anyway, just wanted to get with you about that. Now, there's lots of things on the internet. If you're interested in these, you can see that talks about the quality of them and all the things they do. I basically just wanted to tell you my experience with Fit Hearing. And they have no idea I'm doing this. They gave me a good price anyhow. They're not giving me any kind of a discount for doing this. And besides that, what have I got? Something like 37 followers? Yeah, that'll get me a discount. So anyhow, thank you for your time. Danny Drummond. We'll see you next time.